Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. What's
How
up?
are you?
I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Delighted to get you on.
Yeah. What's the crack with you? How have
Oh,
you been?
Gary's internet is. Oh, can you hear me? Your internet kind of went a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I might throw on my. That's on the Wi-Fi. I might throw on the.
Stick on your 4G. Technical error. Have Gary back in a moment. Don't forget, if you have any questions for Gary, you can pop them in the question box and I'll ask him at the end of the interview. He's
How's
back.
this?
I can hear you. Oh, I can see you. Perfect.
Ah, there we go.
So, how are you doing? Obviously, all weighed in, rehydrating.
Yeah. And
How
locked in the
was it?
bubble.
Locked in the bubble.
It's yeah. It's a bit weird. Like we got here yesterday morning, got tested, and then we were in solitary confinement then for 16 hours till this morning. Food is all dropped to the room. We can't get out. And then once the test results came back, we were okay to go for a walk and stuff today. But yeah, just glad to be fighting tomorrow and looking forward to getting back in there.
So do you have to, are you spending time on your own in the room? Like you can't have anyone in the room with you?
No, I went for a walk earlier twice with Pete, but when you go back to the bubble you're in, that's it. Like
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, it's a bit
I'm
strange.
like,
But
I'm jealous. I know I would be jealous of like the bubble, but like, because we've seen it obviously with the Frank Warren shows, with MTK Global, and also with the Matchroom shows, everyone being in the bubble. The
yeah,
bubble seems like loads of fun.
it's been good crack, you know that. Apart from being stuck in the room, like
I done
yesterday
a
was kind of
live
really boring. Go on, sorry.
I done like a live on my own personal Instagram last night, and Lee Eaton came on, who obviously it's a promoter of MTK Global, and he was like, "Oh, I'm just in the
Yeah.
bubble. I'm in quarantine," and I was like, "How are you getting on?" And he's like, "I'm just in my room. I'm just in bed, and then you get food delivered. You can't leave." I was like, "That's kind of like what I'm
Yeah, like
after right now."
it's kind of like a dream at the same time, but when you're getting ready to fight, you're excited and you don't want to be stuck in four walls, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's I would have liked to be out and around a little bit more, but yeah, there's
So
nothing
for
really.
you,
We're in
for
Rotherham. There's nothing really there anyway. So
Yeah, it's quite enough there, isn't it? So for you, fight week or the night before you fight, like what would you be doing there? Would you be going for food? Would you be chilling out with friends? Like what would be the process?
usually, like, I'd be doing exactly what I'm doing now, to be honest with you. Except I'd have my missus over with me, and that's the only difference. But like it is what it is. I get in the zone quite early in fight week anyway, and I can't really talk to anybody. So no matter who's there, really, it doesn't really matter because I'm kind of just zoned in already. Um,
In terms of like mental aspects, what are you doing now? Like, are you going over game plans? Are you speaking with Pete? Like, what's happening?
yeah, we spoke last night. We did a couple of rounds pads and down in the training room, so we could train as well. We did just a couple of rounds of light pads and we talked tactics down there. But not necessarily. No, I've just been eating, enjoying this 140 life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been watching TV, eating. Yeah, a little bit of shadow boxing in the mirror, a little bit too much probably. I should probably relax. But yeah, and just being a diva, trying on the shorts and trying on the boots and all for tomorrow. So yeah,
Can we
just
get a preview? Are we allowed a little preview or is it a surprise?
yeah. Well, where are they? They're right there. Just the same shorts that I wore in the Fitzpatrick fight. Um, because they didn't get much wear, did they? So
Oh yeah. Oh, they're lovely. Yeah, they're
yeah,
really
and then
cool.
I got new boots as well.
Oh, very nice. So where did you get your shorts done? Who does that for you?
Boxing.
Oh, okay,
Boxing,
Daddy. That's really
he's
cool.
unreal. Kieran is unreal, yeah. So I wanted new shorts again, but I thought it was a bit stupid because I didn't really wear the last ones, like so.
Yeah, get the wear out of them.
Get to wear with them tomorrow night, and then I'll put them up in the frame because I won the Irish title in them, so I'll buy a new
Yeah,
pair for them.
you never know. They could be your good luck shorts.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're all good luck shorts so far, so.
Yeah. That's it. So is it just Pete that's over with you then for tomorrow?
Yeah, Niall couldn't come. Yeah, it's strange. Like usually we've in Belfast we've a full team there for fight week. Like so, it has been a bit strange. That's just me and Pete. Obviously I do a lot of work with Niall. He's not been able to come. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Like it's either that or don't fight. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be fighting.
So the last time that you were on with me, like it was kind of the start of quarantine, wasn't it? That like we kind of were in lockdown and everyone was sort of figuring out what they're doing, like in terms of like keeping busy with a bit of training and stuff. So how
Yeah,
far into lockdown did you find out that you were going to be fighting?
the lockdown was over. When did I find out I was fighting? Probably like 6-7 weeks ago, I would say. And obviously that was the Getting fight. No,
Yeah.
maybe eight weeks ago. But that was the Getting fight, obviously. And then only 2 3 weeks ago, Getting pulled out and Craig Woodruff stepped in. So yeah, I've known about it for. Look, even during lockdown, like I knew I was going to be fighting again. So yeah,
Yeah.
I had to keep training. Do you know what I mean?
I know you wanted to fight, but was there any reservations about the fact that obviously it's a very different scenario in terms of like you can only have Pete with you, you're in the bubble, there's no audience. Like, was that something where you're like a little bit apprehensive, or was it just I don't care, get me the fight?
Yeah, no, it was just I don't care, get me to fight, and then kind of when it got made, I start getting a little bit excited about that because there's not many that's gonna do it, to be honest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just happy to get the experience. Like, it's a story, and when everything's said and done and the career's over, like to fight during the pandemic, and
Totally.
you know what I mean. So it's just another chapter in the book.
Why do you think so many fighters have turned down fighting in this circumstance?
Probably because they got fat over lockdown and they're not ready. But like, I was just speaking to Lee today about it. He was doing a bit of matchmaking down in the hotel, and I was sitting with him, and he was asking me a couple of questions, and then we like everybody always says on Instagram and Twitter, "Oh, I'm ready when the phone rings." Until the phone actually rings, and then they go, "Oh, I need 8 weeks." You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, I need 8 weeks
Yeah.
off." And like nobody gets 8 weeks. Fury will like. I got 8 weeks because we were coming out of lockdown and shows that obviously had to be planned. But usually, like the headline of the show gets 8 weeks, and then the undercard fighters are kind of drafted in then as the show gets made up. So you might get 6 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. So you just have to be ready. Like,
This is the thing, and it's such like obviously I'm not a professional fighter. I don't know, but I'm covering
yeah,
the sport a couple of years, and so you hear people saying so much. Stay ready. I'm ready. You have to be ready. You can't when you fight. You take a week off. Stay away from the gym for a week, and then you're back straight away to it because you don't know when the opportunities are going to arise.
yeah,
And there's so many people competing for the same big opportunity that
exactly.
you have to be ready, right?
And especially like now, there's like how many shows? Eddie Hearn had 4 fight camps. Frank Warren has a couple of shows, and MTK have a couple of shows. So how many fighters is there across the UK and Ireland who want to get on them shows? And there's 5 fights per show. Like maybe what not? Maybe 50 fights that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're in competition with probably how many fighters to get on them shows and get them slots. So, but I think
Yeah,
a lot of people
absolutely.
say they want it, and then push comes to shove, like they don't really want it. Like,
A lot of people as well have said that they almost in a way need the crowd, that they one from a fan perspective where they want to be able to fight and their fans be there, and then
yeah,
other people have said that they need the actual energy of a crowd being there.
yeah. Well, like it kind of you seen that with Jono last week, didn't you? Like he's an
Mm-hmm.
entertainer, and he came unstuck. But look, I think if you want to fight, just fight. Like at the end of the day, if you don't, I know there's big fights on the horizon for me. But if I don't win tomorrow night, them fights are gone. Well, not gone, but they're a bit down the line. You have to rebuild. You have to start again. So I think you just need to treat them like they're world title fights. Like
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is, and you need to stay active. And we were just speaking about that earlier on as well. Like somebody because turning down a fight because of COVID. Maybe the money gets cut. Maybe you're getting 75% of what would have been 100. Like you're losing out on what a person work like a normal 9 to 5 person like is losing out in a couple of months. Do you know what I mean? It keeps
Yeah.
you going for till the next fight. Like I live fight to fight from purses. So
Mm-hmm.
if I don't get paid for this fight, no way of paying for my next camp. Do you know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
just the joys of it at the start, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously you mentioned Jana there, and at the time with that loss, like, I mean, the social media itself is so brutal at times. You know what I mean? That there's some people split and people having so many different opinions on that fight and what happened. Do you think that's something like not having the crowd and not being a normal circumstance? Do you think that that played a part in Jano's loss, or was it just the look of the draw on the night?
I think it can do. Look, it was just Maxie's night, and like I said, Maxie
Hmm.
had trained like that was his world title fight.
Yeah,
So like he'd been sparring. Just heard today he'd been sparring Jack Carroll for 4 weeks straight before that fight. Like he treated that as a world title fight, and
yeah.
John obviously didn't, which he said that after himself. So I think that was one aspect of it, and then obviously, yeah, John likes to entertain and he loves the crowd there. So it can. He said he couldn't get up for it. So then he had a couple of problems with the weight and stuff as well, didn't he? So look, there was a number of
Hmm.
things there,
Yeah.
but he'll rebuild and he'll come again.
So about like with yourself, then, do you think about how obviously you don't want to think about a loss, and I know that your mindset is a massive part of you as a fighter, and it's very positive, and you're always like the law of attraction, as should we say. But do you think about what a loss could do to your career, as in like it could set you back, or it might derail you a little bit from what everyone has planned for you?
Yeah, of course, but I think as well, like you kind of need to just for the simple reason to get up for the fights. Like
Hmm.
you don't really. I think about if I lose tomorrow night, what could potentially what potentially that brings as well. Do you know what I mean? So that will make sure that I get up for the fight tomorrow night because
Hmm.
I can't afford to lose it. So yeah, it's like it is a factor, and I think it is something that you have to think about.
Absolutely. In terms of your opponent tomorrow night, Craig Woodruff, obviously, as I said, 3, 4 weeks notice exchange from Kieran Getting.
Mm,
How did you change up, or did you change up much in terms of like your preparation for tomorrow night?
not really, no. Tommy McCarthy, actually, team captain Tommy Mack. I asked him the tactics when we got the change of opponent, and he always says to me in the gym, just focus on yourself because if you do what you do well in the ring, there's nobody can stand with you. If you start changing your tactics to suit somebody else, then you're kind of fighting into their game plan. You know what I mean? So, not really. We talked
Hmm.
tactics this week, myself and Pete, obviously, but it's just go in and do what I do. And
You there? Oh, you're back. Have we lost Gary? Maybe it'll come back in. Oh, there's questions. Will I have a look at the questions while we're waiting for Gary to reconnect? Let's see. Highly eaten. Sort out your goddamn Wi-Fi over there. Maybe we'll get him back. Let me have a look at some questions. Gary, can you hear me? Um,
apologies for that.
I can
It's
hear. Oh,
fucking.
you're there. You're there. You're there. With a slight technical issue. Um, so you were talking there, obviously, about Tommy Mack. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
So you were saying team captain Tommy Mack. I don't
yeah.
think I've ever asked any of you why has he been given this title. I mean, he tells me all the time when I see him, Lydia, I'm the team captain, but I've never actually asked you why he is.
Because he says he is. That's simply the only reason. Nobody has ever appointed him team captain, but yeah, Luke and him have a couple of arguments over it. Luke kind of wants the spot as well, but I don't know. I don't know. Let them have a spar over. I call Tommy team captain at the minute. Anyway, I take a
Luke
bit
is
of a
probably
break.
too reserved to be team
Yeah,
captain. I
Tommy
think you need a
speaks up.
big
Tommy
energy, right?
Tommy makes sure we clean the gym when we're done and throw the tape in the bin and all that crack, like So, um, yeah, Luke needs to be a little bit more stern if he wants the job.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, like,
Oh,
I
we
mean,
definitely don't want it. That's for sure.
every time that I'm speaking to any of you guys, like, I always ask about, how life is like in the gym, because we're just seeing it now. Obviously, you've been with Pete for so long, but you've
Yeah,
obviously been there from kind of the start, we'll say, and now, and Luke as well, the start of this new kind of generation of Pete Taylor stable, I suppose. So
yeah.
how is life going over there?
Yeah, it's growing all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every day I walk in the gym, there's a new team member there. But No, it's going really well. The level has definitely stepped up. We have Jordan obviously now. The two
Yeah,
Tyrones are there. Maria, who's over from Croatia, is an animal as well. She's Croatian national
yeah,
team trying to qualify for the Olympics. Yeah, and then we've obviously Davy, Luke. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting. Like, there's like 20 people there, so I'm sorry if I'm forgetting. Um, yeah, we have a good stable there, and it makes for every day you go in when it's a sparring day. There's different matches there, and it's doghouse. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's
And obviously, the two McKenna brothers up there today with
yeah, I've
Tyrone.
seen that. I was just saying to Pete, I would have loved to seen that spar, Aaron and Jordan. I'd say I
I'm
would have.
telling you, that's a pay-per-view spar if
Yeah,
ever I've
100%.
ever heard, right?
That's the one thing I was raising about the bubble today. That I wasn't back to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Like those two guys, I don't think that kind of obviously boxing, Irish boxing media do cover the McKenna brothers like completely and about everything they've achieved. But I don't know why mainstream media haven't jumped on them yet. Like what they're doing, who
They're
they're
two
working
animals.
with,
They're
like,
two
you know,
animals as
what they've
well.
achieved.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a good
They never
time, right?
stop. Yeah.
It's healthy. The Irish boxing scene is healthy at the moment.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. Like people ask you about certain names or like ask you who's coming through and stuff, and you might give them 10 names every time, but there's easily another 10 that you could give them that you forget about. Do you know what I mean? Only after you
Yeah.
finish speaking to them, you say, "Oh, and them and them and them."
Yeah.
There's so many up and coming now.
Telling
And
you.
two are making their debut on this show tomorrow night. McGivern and Fergus Quinn. I know they're up north.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, can't wait. Well, hopefully they both do well.
Yeah,
No doubt they will.
this is on before me tomorrow, so
Good stuff, right? Well, we have a look in the question box and see what everyone wants to ask you.
I'll have a few questions there. Let's go.
Here we go, right? Um, the Stig of boxing. The
Oh yeah,
diva is looking good, he says.
yes.
uh, Screamer would
Here,
Screamer would
my
like me to
my
ask you. Go on.
my live kept going off because he was ringing me on WhatsApp during this. He's an idiot. He's an idiot.
You Screamer, you absolute bollocks. Why would you do that?
He's
I'll
an
see
idiot.
you the next time I'm in the
Yeah.
gym.
Was he asked? I probably won't
He's
answer.
asked,
Yeah.
ask Gary, where did he get his new runners he
He's
had
an
on at the
idiot.
weigh-in?
He's an idiot, screamer. Tell him. What are they? I got them in Kildare Village last week on sale and
Give
all
us a
that.
look at him. Come on.
I have to tell him they're on sale because he did for spending money. He's telling me we should be saving for a house. He thinks he's me that.
Wait, give us a look. Give us a look at the
There
runners.
you
Yeah,
are.
well, he's probably right. Chats, little night chats.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, and look, I was
Jesus,
in the
they cost you a
airport
pretty
yesterday
penny. They're lovely.
and I got fucking coffee on them. I was right.
Oh,
But yeah,
oh.
they were on sale,
We'll, we'll,
screamer. Don't worry about it.
we'll get you a tub of Vanish on your way home, right? Get that stain
Oh,
out.
be careful.
um, Screamer, you're too many questions in there. I'm not asking any more. Lee Eaton has said, "You are my hero, Gary,"
Oh,
and
thanks very
I would imagine he's telling the truth as well.
much.
Um,
Hello. Putting down for you.
it's Matt Meehan Boxing has asked, "Would you fight in Nace?" And Nace obviously is your hometown.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to fight nice. One day we were there was something in the works. To start my professional career. Nothing ever came of it, but hopefully one day I'll get to fight there, 100%.
What is the venue that's in Nace? Where could you fight?
Nace Racecourse is an outdoor venue
Oh, that would be unreal, right?
in the summer night, like June or July in Nace. Will be class. One day.
Session. Yeah, it'd be absolutely amazing. Like I think the Fela in Belfast has just set a standard now that that sort of event is possible and people are interested in it. I think Gary said yeah. He agreed with me. Right,
Did
can
you
you hear me?
have you been? Were you to the Fela last year?
No.
Yeah, I was there. It's class. Sorry.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was meant to go, but I was booked for another show and I went to another show. And I remember when I done a live with Lee Eaton and we were talking about it and I was like, it was, you know, it looked so amazing. And he's like, yeah, he's like, and you enjoyed yourself, right? I was like, I wasn't there, but it looked fantastic. He was disgusted. So I'm definitely going to be at the next one.
You missed
Jamie
out.
Jamie Conlon has promised me a first row seat. or a
All right.
front row seat, so I'll be there. Right, let's have a look. Bare Knuckle Barber has said, would love to see more behind the scenes footage of your training camps. Any plans?
Yeah, I'll vlog my next training camp.
Do, because obviously I know that I interviewed Babs Daly on the First Exchange podcast, who you've been working with. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said that was. I listened to the podcast. That was class.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, she's fantastic. We know each other years. Like, I know her about 15 years. It's crazy how everything has come full circle now.
Legend.
But if someone is out there that could do what she does for photograph for video,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, we have something like I did have in the lead up to the Irish title fight. A videographer, Niall Sheeran, followed the camp up until the Irish title fight, and we got something made, which hopefully will be on TV one day soon. It looks really, really good, and only a couple of people have seen it, but it's called The Prospect.
Very
It's
good.
a minute documentary. So, but like he's made a 30-minute documentary, has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours. Like, so we're going to continue it on, and up until world title wins, and hopefully we'll make a movie one day.
I'm telling you, that would be well. I mean, look, obviously we had Katie Taylor's documentary, and then we had the notorious Conor McGregor's one. So if you see about all the footage, how that goes into actually making an epic film after the kind of towards the end of the journey.
Everybody's kind of into the start because everybody knows the bright lights in Vegas and all that crack in the
Yeah,
Conor. But it's when he started out in SBG and he had spots on his face and he's working as an electrician or on the dole. Like, you know what I mean? That's
yeah.
what people like.
I'm very happy to sell this content as well
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to put it in it.
We'll
I
both
need a new pair of
off
runners.
this.
Right, go on. Let's have a look and see if we can get one more here. Alex Richardson, number 16, has asked, if Gary wins this fight, is he looking for bigger titles?
Yeah, hopefully after I get tomorrow out of the way and fight for a European title before Christmas. Is the plan. Not
Is
looking
that
past.
realistic?
Yeah, 100%. That's in the works, but not looking past tomorrow night. Obviously,
Brilliant.
have to get that done first. But yeah, I would imagine get tomorrow night out of the way, and it will be a European ranking belt next.
Brilliant. Another belt. Another
Yeah,
belt.
yeah, not a bad 2020.
No, I'm telling you, for someone who, like, for someone who's had a pandemic in the way, not a bad 2020 is right.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be there. Hopefully they'll allow at least
Oh,
some
you
people to
imagine so.
attend.
October, November. There's some
Yeah,
sort of.
fingers crossed.
You'll get in media pass anyway.
It Well, let's hope so. If Lee Eaton is still watching this, hook me up. There's no way that you can win another title and I don't do a post-fight interview.
Yeah, because that first one was.
That's iconic now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, Lee's not the.
Um,
Why did Lee tell you he can get your media pass? Lee's not the boss.
he just likes to think he's the boss.
Ian is the
No,
boss.
he doesn't. He
Ian
doesn't.
is...
He doesn't. I'll sweet talk Ian in the lead up to it. Don't worry. I have them all. I'll get them all wrapped. But listen, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Night before your fight. So thank you so much.
Because it's a boring time, so thank you for passing the half an hour.
No problem. You're more than welcome. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow night. Send you a little congratulations text.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But tell everyone I said hello. Tell Pete I said hi. And yeah, can't wait to watch it. It's obviously live streamed on IFL TV tomorrow night on YouTube.
I'm first fight 7:00, so tune in.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, get a good night's sleep, and we'll chat to you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks a million.
See you later, Gary.